Hi, my name's Jonathan Hicks, and this evening I'm joined by
Steve and Peter.
And we've just finished playing Splendor. Now, this is a light strategy game. The idea is you're trying to collect gems. So on your turn, you can take gems from these piles of gems here. You can take one of 3 different colours, or you can take 2 the same colour, and then you sort of build up a stockpile of these gems in front of you. And once you've got some gems, you can use them to buy the cards. And the cost to buy the cards is at the bottom left, so this requires a white, a blue, a red and a black. Some of them require more of one colour and less of others. And when you buy a card, you pay the gems, whatever gems it costs, back to the bank, and then you add it to a kind of tableau. So as you're buying cards, you're building up different numbers of gems here, and then the idea is you can use these gems as a discount for buying other cards. Now this is the kind of row 1 cards. These are fairly cheap, but on the next row they become more expensive. This one you see requires 5 blue gems and 3 green gems, and then they get really expensive on row 3. So if I wanted to buy this one with the 5 blue and 3 green, I can actually use my green and blue gems as a discount. So because I've already got 2 green cards and 1 blue card, it means I only need 1 green and 4 blue. So it makes it cheaper and easier then to buy these more expensive gems. And if you notice the more expensive cards, and these cards have numbers at the top left, and these are like victory points. And essentially, the game's just the first person to get 15 victory points. So you collect the gems to get the cards, which help you get more cards, and then you're getting points. You can see at the top left all these cards. You add them up, first person to 15. Now, there's one extra thing that kind of adds to this, which are these, I'm not sure, they're nobles or something at the top here. You get these, they kind of, you attract them to your side once you have the right cards. So if you manage to get 3 black cards, 3 red cards and 3 white cards, as soon as you do it, this guy then comes and joins your team, and he's just worth 3 points at the end of the game. It's also possible to reserve a card, and they have some wild gems. So if there's a card you think someone else is going to go for and you can't quite afford it yet, you could take that one and sort of reserve it in front of you. Then you get one of these gold gems, which are wild and will count as any colour you like. So that can be quite handy. All right, what do we think?
Yeah, I think it's great. I think it's it only plays in about half an hour, and you play the game, and it really accelerates towards the end of it. I think there's many avenues to victory, and I think after you play it the first time, you actually don't realise how strategic it is. You think, oh, I'm just buying stuff, and see who wins. Well, no, you kind of buying cards. I bought a lot of green cards this game because I saw on the board there were a lot of cards that needed green, and then so on and so on. And some people were going for the nobles, and some people, like Jonathan, were just getting an engine. Jonathan ended up buying a lot of cards for free because he had some of every colour in his tableau. In terms of, it's not a very complex game and anyone can play it. You can teach it to some new players straight away and they can feel like they're actually doing something in the game. I love it. Yeah, it's great.
Peter?
Well, I'd class it as a gateway. There's effectively 4 moves you can do, and they're quite simple, but as I said about the strategy, it's very complicated. A 2-player and a 4-player game are very different from each other. In a 2-player game, you're part playing to block the other player from taking stuff. In a 4-player, by removing the gems at the bottom, you can then hamper what the other players can do. So it's playing a 2-player and playing a 4-player are 2 different types of game. It is heavy on strategy in regards to trying to outthink each other, but it's very, very simple as well.
Rating out of 10?
Because I like playing it, I would give it a quite high rating. I'd say it's about 8.5.
Okay, Steve?
Yeah, I really love this. I think it should have won Game of the year it was nominated. And for that reason, I'll give it an 8 as well. I'm always happy to play it.
Okay. Yeah, it is a very good game, and it's deceptive. The first time I played this, I was like, yeah, it's okay. And as Steve says, it feels like there isn't much strategy. You just buy cards and see what happens. But as he says, the more you play it, the more you realise there are different strategies you can take. You can kind of try and save up your gems and go for the really expensive cards, or you can try and do what I did, which is like build up an engine. And you kind of expect that the engine approach, getting lots of different cards to give you lots of discounts, would win. But that 15-point winning position is really well placed. If it was any higher, the engine strategy, I think, would usually win. But being there means that somebody who saves up and just goes for the good points can beat you. It's always very tight at the end, and I really like that. It's one of these games which is quite slow at the start, but then builds up rapidly, and in the end it finishes way before you expect it to. It's like, oh my goodness, I can't believe you got so many points already. So yeah, it's a great game. Really like it. I'd be on 8 out of 10, I think. It plays very well with my family. All right, thanks for watching. That was Splendor.